Next, our guest in the studio knows all about how to create a unique business to stand out in today's crowded fashion market. Mo Ada Bello is the creative director of a company called Exquiss and launched a brand of luxury designer handbags 4 years ago. She's taking her designs to a showcase called British Fashion Volume 1, which starts in London tomorrow, and she's here now to tell us all about that and a bit about the brand. So nice to meet you, Mo.
Nice to meet you too.
Let's talk first a bit about yourself, how you got into it and how you got into designing handbags. So where did it all start?
So it started about 15 years ago. I used to work as a fashion model and I was studying business IT. So I sort of worked my way up. I worked with a lot of clients and celebrities in my early stages of my career. And then I ventured into designing. So I opened a store in Whiteley's and
that's in West London.
That's correct, yes, Bayswater. So I started, creating sketches. And I thought, okay, this looks amazing. And a lot of my inspiration was drawn around, my experience based on traveling.
Sure.
I absolutely loved my mom's accessories, trunk boxes, and so forth. So that's what I built my designs around. And then I got scouted in when I went for London Fashion Week. And yeah, that's where I started. Started with Somerset House.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, I'm in Paris Fashion Week as well. So, I mean, it's been an amazing experience. I've gone through different collections. And in addition to that, I kicked off modeling again. Yeah. And become the face of the brand, and it's worked quite well.
Tell us a bit about British Fashion Volume 1 then. How does that differ to London Fashion Week, say?
Okay, so what I'm trying to do is create a platform for British designers to showcase their collections. A lot of British designers are doing very well. They've got their brands in high-end publications. They make their products here in the UK, and that work needs to be embraced. So it's that platform to say this is where you go to, and we've got good guests and sponsors on board supporting the venture. Yeah. I mean, Fashion Week is amazing, the experience is amazing, but there's a lot of international designers as well as British designers. So this platform is purely for British designers.
How difficult is it for somebody who's trying to break into the fashion world these days as either as a designer or maybe a model? I mean, it's a very closed shop industry, really, isn't it?
Yes, it is, I must say. A lot of hard work, a lot of perseverance, and you just have to keep it going, and that's the only way. You just don't take no for an answer. I certainly haven't taken no for an answer. Yeah. But, very, very difficult. But once you get in, and people become aware of your products, your brand, and that platform becomes, that's the sky's the limit, really.
Sure. So which celebrities have you worked with before then?
Oh, I worked with Basement Jaxx, Oasis, yeah. Spice Girls.
And did they wear all your stuff?
What's that?
Did they wear your
no.
stuff?
So I was just fashion modeling when I worked. So that was the early stages of my career. Yeah. So I mean, the plan is to get more celebrities on board. Yeah. A lot of the designers I work with already stock their products in Selfridges, Harrods, Heavenly Coles. So that's why I want to get the word out to say, if you go into a store, you should be able to tell what collection belongs to British designers, and that needs to really stand out, so we can get the British public supporting our work.
I see.
So that's what that platform is about, and yes, tomorrow is the first of many, so. It's going to be an amazing experience.
And the bags themselves then, I know you create bespoke ones, don't you, for people who want
a
personalised bag.
Yes.
Has that been popular for you? How have you found the market for handbags?
So that's more or less what has launched my career as a designer. When I did my first showcase in Somerset House, people would walk past and they would ask, whose bag is that? Even when I carry it, everywhere I go, people come up to me and say, that's a lovely bag, whose bag is that? So that's sort of what's launched my career. And I noticed that a lot of women take onto bags more. It's good value for money as well. It's a lot of leather that I use, and I use like original tanned leather.
How do you get the materials and where do you source them from?
So it's all made here in the UK. The materials are sourced from Italy, but I don't have to go to Italy. I just go into factories, I select the materials, I have to go to about 4 different companies to make one bag.
Sure.
So it's a lot of work. You know, we have to get the trimmings together. You have to get the inner linings. You know, but the end product is definitely worth it. But it's all made here, and I think, you know, with this platform, we can get more support. We can talk to the right people about, you know, manufacturing, how they can support us as designers, you know, purely as British designers. And I think, I mean, so far I've got very positive feedback.
Yeah, how do you see the market for London for African designers? Do you think it's a flourishing market for people like yourself and others who might want to, I guess you could say, infuse some African culture or African designs into the market here?
I think definitely yes. You'd be amazed. When I've got a lot of friends who are designers, and when you ask the source of their inspirations, it's from places they've been to in Africa.
Okay.
So they're able to translate that experience into their products. And, you know, it's something that we should be doing and embracing what we have. I mean, I've got an African and Trinidadian background, you know, but sometimes when you're home, you don't necessarily value what you have, but that's what we need to do more. We need to look around, you know, get some inspiration, the sea, beautiful sea and beautiful landscapes and waterfall, and you can draw inspirations from that. What
is it about African culture that can essentially sell well in the fashion world, do you think?
I think anything around, just think about what tourists see. You know, it could be anything. It could be down to, you go to a marketplace, you can draw your inspiration in terms of how they weave the baskets, for instance. You can go to a waterfall if you want to do something very fresh for the summer. You can draw it. So there's so many, when you think about the waters and the colours, when you think about the skies, sunset, there's so much. We actually have a lot more to draw from.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And do you think that can rest with a general trend coming through, or do you need a celebrity to sell it? How do you think it can stand out?
I think a bit of both, but you have to understand your market. So if you're in Africa, you need to understand the culture, you need to understand the people, you need to understand what they want. Like over here, when I was in Bayswater.
I'm very sorry, Mo, we're running out of time, but thank you so much.
Thank
Mo
you.
Adello, much appreciated, and good luck for tomorrow.